Our school is a Deshband 1 school. It's situated in South Dublin, inner city school. We have approximately 10 teaching staff on that. We have a shared teacher with another school locally. We have 8 SNAs on our staff, and we have 127 children on roll at the moment. So some of our children do come to school, and we do see the effects of adverse childhood experiences on them. We see it manifesting in their attention spans, their hypervigilance, their want to really control a situation and to know what is happening next to it in the minute. And being very anxious if there's a blank space on a timetable or if there's a maybe in the day. And we would see big reactions to a very small setback in the day. Big reactions in the form of children when they receive maybe a small check for being off task in class, or if they were talking out of turn, or just a small reminder from a teacher, you've only got 5 minutes left, would have seen a huge reaction from them in the form of maybe pushing over furniture, pushing over their chair, and especially just storming out of the classroom and into the corridor, and from there, running to the yard, running into the school hall.
In some instances, we had children who left the school via the front door or climbed out the very low-level fencing that we had at the front of the school. In some cases, these children were found down at the community centre, climbing high walls. They had made it as far as the Lewis stop and the shops in some cases, which then posed a problem. Obviously, there was meetings with parents and did absolutely nothing to help us develop a very positive working relationship with parents, when events like that happened. So that was a very stressful event for the teachers. It was very stressful for the other children as well, because it was so unpredictable. And the other children felt very annoyed and upset, and the teachers felt very annoyed and very upset that their job to teach and to learn was being interrupted on a daily basis. I think 2 years ago, I would say that the school was nearly at crisis point. It was a very stressful and stressed atmosphere. When you came in, the teachers felt under pressure. The children definitely felt the stress. We had a lot of children exhibiting some very extreme behaviours. Like, there was a lot of staff were talking about wanting to leave, and they were thinking about even giving up permanent jobs and going subbing if they had to, because they really felt they were teaching their hearts out and they were trying to manage the situation, but it really felt like a crisis. There, myself included, I was making plans as well as where would I go, and what would I do. So the new principal was appointed to our school, and he came from a very different setup and a very different school. So it was really good to have some fresh eyes in and to see maybe little things that we couldn't notice, because we were at crisis point. We were trying to manage a situation that felt, in all honesty, a little bit out of control. So then the new principal came in and straight away identified the exits out of the buildings, the fire doors, as a real health and safety risk. So that was one of the first priorities he identified when he came in, that, this health and safety of the children and the teachers and the SNAs in the building was a priority. So set about to right those wrongs of the doors and the easy exit that the children had from the school building. Previously, up until a couple of months ago, our car park was very small. It was too small for the school's needs. You could fit about 6 cars in there. So, but that would also block the front steps of the school, which is a fire exit. It is the main entrance and exit for visitors to our school. So it wasn't appropriate. It wasn't fit for purpose. So it was a safety risk. The children could run out. They could run out in between cars. In addition to this, there was staff cars parked out on the road. It reduced visibility for drivers coming down the road. So then with Dublin City Council, we put in a school safe zone. So now we have 2 ramps, at either end of the school to slow drivers down. There's road markings, and there are special pencil bollards along the side of the road too, which I think just adds a landmark to the school. It highlights the school as a place of learning and, where there are children around. And I think really draws the school more into the centre of the community. Whereas before it might have seemed a little bit unloved, a little bit dark, a little bit bleak. Whereas now they add between that, the new fencing, new gates, new signage. That has brightened up the front of the school. It has put a marker down, for the school as, the centre of the community, as a place where people gather, as a place where children come every day. And it's something that the parents are commenting on as well. When we, let the children go every day, like there's nearly a comment from a different parent every day about how great it looks and what a good idea it is and how much the school has come on. The children kind of felt that extra layer of security and safety and went, no, do you know what? School is a place where we are safe, where the adults are in control, the adults mind us, the adults are looking out for us, and they're doing everything they can to keep us safe. We are building relationships around the community. People do see us trying to improve the school and improve the outcomes for the children. And now it's kind of becoming like the snowball effect where people are really buying into the school and happy to support the school because they see the changes. In the past 2 years, we have seen such a massive change. Like even just the physical changes in the building have given us a boost and have in turn kind of motivated the teachers and given them a new lease of life. Just kind of re-energized their teaching. And they definitely felt supported. And that was one thing the new principal came in. It was like, I have your back. I am here to support you in whatever way you need, and it was very open about it. And we're very open and we would happily go to him when we had an issue or if we saw something that could be improved on or if we saw something that we were questioning. So we've gone now from 2 years ago, I was one step away from writing the letter of resignation to just being the newly appointed principal here. So I would hope now to continue these changes and to continue the very positive momentum that we have at the moment and to, really make our school stand out as a place of teaching and learning and, support and care for the children that come to our school.